Welcome to my Persian kitchen. Let me take you on a culinary journey of Iran. I'll introduce you to the ingredients, the dishes, and the people of this enchanting and misunderstood country. I was born in Iran, but spent most of my life outside, dreaming of the foods I'd grown up with. I inherited my love of food from my grandparents, who grew prized grapes and other fruits and vegetables on their land, and my father, a well-known restaurateur. Now a chef and cookbook author, I have the chance to go back and rediscover the sights, sounds, and tastes of the Persia I once knew. To show you how easy it is to recreate this style of cooking at home, you'll see how I prepare Persian food in my own kitchen abroad using everyday, store-bought ingredients. Hi, I'm Ariana Bundy, and in today's episode I will be showing you the majestic city of Esfahan. If you drive 6 hours south of Tehran, you arrive at a magical city famous for its history, stunning architecture, and beautiful gardens. This is Esfahan, Nesfe Jahan. That means if you've seen this place, you've seen half the world. This city used to be the capital of Persia and boomed in the 16th century in terms of culture and, of course, food. To me, it reminds me of Paris with its tree-lined boulevards and impressive squares. The reason why I'm here is because it's the place where many of the most famous Persian dishes were created. When Esfahan was capital, there was an explosion of art, architecture, and handicrafts. This was the happening place, bigger than London or Paris at the time, and a major crossroad to Asia. In the Grand Bazaar, the ancient crafts perfected at the time are still practiced today. You can find everything here, from metalwork, ceramics, carpets, miniature painting, and inlay works of various kinds. We're here in front of one of the most beautiful bridges in the world called Sepol, meaning 33 arches, and it covers the most incredibly wide river here in Esfahan. And Mrs. Shireen, who's a very famous tour guide here.
Hello, salam. Oh. Merci, how are you? You're most welcome to Esfahan.
Thank you so much.
Ariana, when we come inside the mosque, exactly in the middle of the ceiling, look at there. On the top, you can see a beautiful peacock. That the golden tail of the peacock shows the right direction of Mecca. As you're coming inside and stay in the middle of the salon, you see the peacock disappear. There's no more peacock.
So it's just a reflection of the sun.
Exactly. Only you imagine there's a peacock on the top.
Okay.
Only for decorations.
Because of its importance, Esfahan attracted diverse ethnic groups and people of different religious beliefs who surprisingly shared the same dishes, united by food. I was delighted to find a beautiful Zoroastrian temple, the religion of Iran before the Islamic invasion of the 7th century. They have 3 simple mantras: see no evil, speak no evil, and hear no evil.
قربانی کردن ما این گونه هستش که میوه‌جات رو با چاقو پاره می‌کنن و خوراک انسان میشه به خوراک طبیعی انسان هم که بخوره نوش جان کنه و سلامتی.
Shireen and I were also invited to a lovely Jewish synagogue, which might surprise many of you. In fact, Jews have lived in Iran for over 2,700 years. And this is a beautiful 16th century church called Vang. What fascinates me about this place is that as the seat of the royal court, palace chefs were busy creating sumptuous dishes and a style of cooking that went on to influence the cuisines of India, Turkey, Morocco, and Spain. The essence of Persian haute cuisine, the interplay of sweet and sour notes, the subtle use of delicate spices, and the abundant royal feasts were born here. I wanted to learn a famous Esfahani specialty, so I met up with a local cookery teacher by the name of Mrs. Asachi in a beautiful 16th century Safavid palace. So what are we going to make today? چی درست میکنیم خانم اساچی؟
خورشت ماست.
خورشت ماست. Yogurt stew. چی داره توش؟ میتونیم به من بگین؟
گوشت گردن، پیاز، زردچوبه، نمک، فلفل به مقدار لازم و ماست چکیده به همراه شکر و زعفران ساییده.
So this is a sweet dish. خیلی شیرینه این غذا. چجوری میخورینش؟
به عنوان دسر.
Okay, پس به عنوان دسر, which means they eat it as a dessert, which is very, very unusual.
پیازو برمی‌دارم خرد میکنم. تارش میکنم ولی ریز باشه بهتر میشه بوی ذوق گوشت بهتر در میاد. قابلمه رو به من بدید.
Okay.
گوشت گردن رو میذاریم تو قابلمه.
Okay, you're going to put the lamb in the pot.
بله. پیازو میریزم روش. نمک.
Salt.
زردچوبه روش
Turmeric. زردچوبه برای چی؟
برای اینکه هم بوی ذوق بگیره هم خوش رنگ بکنه گوشت رو.
For the color, the
فلفل
turmeric.
قرمز برای پخت گوشت بهتره فلفل قرمز ریخته بشه. بعد مقدار آب میریزم. آریانا جون در قابلمه رو میذارم. قربون دستتون بذارین رو گاز تا بپزه.
2 to 3 hours on slow simmer.
گوشت پخته شد آریانا جون. آبش اصلا کاری باش نداریم. این گوشت گردن رو در میارم. رگ و ریشش رو تمام جدا میکنم. ریشش میکنم. از طرف طول هرچی به حساب خوردش نمیکنیم. آب جوش بریزم که به حساب تا یه حد این قابلمه توی این آب باشه. آب جوش باشه. کوبیدن گوشت خورد میشه گوشت. یعنی کشدار نمیشه. یه مقدار شکر میریزم.
But this is now the sweet part of this dessert. So she wants to add yogurt bit by bit. Greek yogurt.
یکم دیگه اضافه کنیم. یه مقدار دیگه هم بزنیم.
One more, okay. Everything's done by the eye.
با قاشق همین بزنیم که همه قاشق.
عالیه, perfect.
ترشه؟
ترش شیرین.
خب حالا ملس باشه.
Okay, so now it's saffron time.
بعد تو این ظرف حلش میکنیم.
1 tablespoon of hot water.
به حساب همین تو آب جوش یکم نگه داریم که دم کشید میریزیم توی به حساب خورشت ماستم. این عرق بیت مشکلاسی یه قاشق میریزیم. یه قاشق تا 2 تا قاشق.
Wow. Oh my God, thank you. Merci. Oh, it's nice and stretchy. I can smell the saffron.
خوشمزه. مرسی.
Thank you.
دنیا ممنون.
To see how the locals do it, I headed to a restaurant in the middle of the bazaar for some delicious Esfahani dishes. Waiting for me there was my good old friend Homayun. Salam. Hi. Thank you.
Welcome
You
to
too.
Esfahan.
Thanks.
Okay, how about some dough?
Dough?
Yes, this is again local drink.
I love this.
Based on yogurt, water, and some herbs. It's very refreshing.
Mint and salt.
Yes.
And sometimes with soda water, right?
Yes. It's quite unusual.
Oh, yeah.
But it's very refreshing.
Yeah.
So the weather like this, the heat,
perfect.
this is the best
Yeah.
drink you can have.
I guess it's like the mother of lassi, which is the Indian drink, lassi.
Yes.
So I see the traditional sabzi khordan, which
Yeah.
is the fresh herbs for used as a digestive.
This is actually the most famous
This one.
meal. Yes, this one.
Now, you may think of biryani as something you only find in your local Indian takeaway, but the word biryan means to roast or fry in Persian or Farsi, and the dish actually originated in Iran. An Iranian biryani is prepared by taking a fistful of stewed lamb shoulder, chopped finely with some cinnamon, and then rolled in some generously buttered naan or taftoon bread. A side of minced lungs, a little bit of slivered almonds, and a whole lot of love.
Absolutely, it's got cinnamon.
And it's really good, I would imagine, with torshi, which is a pickle, medley of pickles with a cauliflower. But actually, this is called shur, right? Is
This
it
one
shur?
no, this one is real
It's torshi.
Yes,
Okay.
sure looks exactly the same.
Yeah, but what's
It's-
the difference?
Sure is less.
it's
it gets less
crunchier.
time to
Marinate in the vinegar.
Absolutely. This has been marinated probably from ages. I mean, ages. You know what this is?
No, I've never
This
seen
is-
it before.
It's called kebab Hosseini,
Okay.
but this is local specialty again. It's got chicken and help me, lamb. Yeah. So it's a mix with a special sauce over it.
Chicken with lamb before,
Um,
with a sauce. Usually,
Well, the-
kebabs are dry,
Yes.
sort of marinated wet, and then charcoal dry. Humayun then insisted we go down into the bazaar to sample another unusual delicacy.
Salam.
Salam.
This is the halim bademjun I was talking about.
Totally different than halims I've had before, where it's sort of made with turkey or lamb and wheat germ, cinnamon and sugar, and this is completely different.
This is completely different. The
The
ingredients
color's
are different
different.
as well.
What's inside?
Well, the yellowish color is due to the saffron. So there's a lot of saffron. So
My kinda
basically, they
thing.
cook the eggplant with the rice. They mix it with the cash, meat, and
And they
onions.
pound it like
Pound
the
it,
traditional
yes.
halims.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then onions, and there we go.
So halims originated in Iran and then spread to Pakistan and other parts of the world. And they mix all these different things in it, like chilies and things like that, which we don't use. So this is
Absolutely,
kind
yes.
of very delicate,
Yes.
comforting, I suppose.
Yes, but one more thing is you can
Yeah.
go all over the world. This is the only shop you're going to have this kind of halim bademjun.
Esfahani.
It's Esfahani, and it's very tasty. You want to have a bit of
I
it?
would love to taste. I was waiting for you to ask, actually.
Let's go. It's delicious. This is the last bite I'm having. Bacon.
Although Iranians can buy their spices at the grocery store or supermarket like you do at home, there's nothing quite like going to the spice merchant in the bazaar to smell and indulge in the heady and exotic aromas. After the recipe we just saw in Esfahan, I wanted to make you one with chicken, yogurt, and saffron. So I'm going to prepare a recipe called tachin, which means laying everything at the bottom. And this recipe is so simple and has such an amazing wow factor. When you have guests over and you bring it to the table and you flip it over onto the dish, people are going to be stunned because it's so pretty. So what I'm basically doing is searing the chicken with some onions. I'm using chicken breast, some turmeric, as always, to remove the smell of the meat. Iranians, as you know or may not know, don't eat too much garlic, unless they are from the northern part of Iran, along the Caspian region, in which case they eat a lot of garlic. So we have our garlic, onions, chicken. I'm gonna add a little bit of butter. You can avoid the butter and just add a little bit more olive oil. Everything here is organic. The chicken, the butter, the onion, everything. And that's the way to go, in my opinion. Some pepper. You don't have to cook the chicken through. You just need to sear it and also let it caramelize on the outside to get maximum flavor. The rest is going to cook along with your rice when you layer everything. I'm just gonna let the chicken cook for about 20-30 minutes on really, really low heat. Great, so now I'm gonna prepare my marinade. And this marinade has a lot of yogurt, which is gonna add so much flavor to this dish. You can use fat-free yogurt, any yogurt. You just can't avoid using yogurt, I'm afraid. Add some raw garlic. And then I'm going to add some egg yolks. Set the egg whites aside, use them for meringues or whatever you like. I just spotted the salt, which we're going to now add to our chicken. Now that the marinade is ready, I'm just going to add the saffron water. Gorgeous golden liquid. Magically revamps everything. From omelets to plain rice, to tea, to candy. Iranians love saffron. I'm going to add the chicken that's warm, but normally what you would do is let it cool. So you're just gonna add everything, the chicken, the onions, the garlic. It's looking good. And leave that marinate overnight or for at least 4 or 5 hours for all the flavors to come together. I've taken the chicken pieces out and what I'm left with is the yogurt marinade with a bit of onion and garlic inside. So we're gonna start layering our tachin. Usually tachins are made in Pyrex dishes, but in the olden days they used really thick cast iron saucepans, which they used to put on charcoal and let it cook slowly, slowly, slowly till you get a really thick crust or tahdig. And it was mostly tahdig instead of rice. Now I'm going to put 2 ladlefuls of rice in here. And the reason why I'm putting the plain rice at the bottom is to protect the yogurt from burning. The rest of the rice goes into the marinade. So what you want to do is just be very gentle with this rice because you don't want it to become mushy. Wow, it's going to create a really nice crust at the bottom. Go ahead and add my rice. And now I'm going to add the chicken pieces. Oh, this is such a great dish to take on a picnic, especially when you make it in a Pyrex dish because you can flip it over, just cut it into squares and it transports so easily. More rice. So you're going to cover this and cook it for about an hour to an hour and a half until golden and crunchy and delicious. Perfect. So I've decided to add some zereshk on top of this beautiful tachin. This is the most beautiful tagine which will grace your table every time if you perfect this recipe. Isfahanis are famous for their sweet tea, and this candy, pulaki, means gold coins, and it's a real treat with tea. But the Isfahani specialty is gaz, or as you would know it, nougat. One of the main ingredients is another iconic Persian item, the pistachio. Iran is the largest producer of pistachios in the world. In fact, the word pistachio comes from the Iranian word peste. Like most Persian families, we always have heaps of them on our coffee table. And after every trip to Iran, I bring back sackfuls of this delicious nut as gifts. The nougat itself is made from egg whites, sugar, rose water, and the sap of the angabin tree, which grows in the nearby Zakros mountains.
این آخرین مرحله تولید گزه که پسته اضافه میشه چون پاتیل گزش پسته‌ایه.
بله.
اگر بادام باشه بادام اضافه میشه.
چی دیگه توشه؟
پرنجبین، عسل، شکر، گلوکوز، آب اینا
Glucose,
موادشه.
water,
پودر
okay.
سفیده تخم مرغ.
Okay, egg white powder. It's not too hot to try. Boy, it's like magic.
خوشمزه.
I've never had hot nougat fresh in a factory before. It's a heaven. This sticky white sap is said to be associated with manna, mentioned in the text of the Abrahamic religions. I love this candy so much, I even named my dog Nougat after it. This hot, gooey, delicious mass is turned onto floured surfaces, cut and divided up. I remember being taught as a kid to tap off the flour before stuffing my face. But of course, I got it all over my clothes. Traditionalists still prefer round discs. However, they're also made into squares. Foolishly, I made a bet with Hassan that I could match his speed on the sorting line. How wrong I was. Iranians consume large quantities of gaz, especially during Nowruz, the Persian New Year. It is also a favorite gift when calling on friends or relatives. I'm indulging in 3 of my favorite things. The nougat or gaz that we saw in Esfahan, ice cream, which is everyone's favorite, and spending time with my son Dara. And what are we making today?
Nougat ice cream.
That's right, nougat ice cream. And what do we need? We have ice cream, sort of the regular variety, not with the dots of vanilla in it. And then cream and some almonds and some slivered pistachios. Let's do it. Yeah. And this is to give a little bit of iciness in this dish. It's a semi-freddo, so we don't want it too creamy. You want to mix a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mmm. And nougat is also the name of our friend the doggy. That's right. Let's put some pistachios. Yes, that's it. And that's a Very good idea. Let's stir before. Almonds.
Yeah, almonds.
And this is gulab, rose water. Right? You want to smell it? What do you think? Doesn't it smell lovely?
Yeah.
How much do you want to put in there? Wow, that's a lot of rose water. Okay. Actually not bad. Perfect. We have a mold here with some plastic. Yeah? We're going to pour the ice cream inside and put it back in the freezer. Okay, could you help me? You're my little chef, aren't you?
Should we close it?
Yeah, 1 minute. Put this to the side.
You put it down, straight, and then turn it the same way you did.
Okay, that's great. Tap, tap for air bubbles. And cover it gently. Don't press down anymore. Please put it. Man, I'm gonna take it to the freezer, okay? I'll be right back. So after about an hour, our gas ice cream is ready. Should I get it? Okay. What's this? Look at that. Cling film.
Wow, what is that?
It's ice cream we made together.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's put that into this, right?
Let's take this thing.
Yeah, let's take it out.
You.
Like this. Ta-da! You can decorate it. Put some rose petals on top. It's very pretty. More? Okay. Let's put some pistachios all the way up and down. That's perfect. That looks really pretty.
Almost done.
And some almonds. That's beautiful. That's enough. Yeah. Great. And now we're going to cut it.
Should we don't cut it all of it?
1 slice is enough for us, I think. So let's have a big slice. Like that. Yes, of course you can taste it. Very easy to make, right?